Okay, so now we know a little bit more about finding the heights of things on contour map using the contour lines. I'm going to have a go at these ones, and these are two different questions that students regularly get mixed up. So sometimes it'll ask you to find the difference in elevation, and that's simply the difference between the heights of two places like we did in the previous video. Relief is something different to that. So if you're asked to find the relief between point A and point B on a map, sometimes on that journey between those 2 points, the land can go a fair bit lower and it can also go a fair bit higher than the actual height of those two places. So I'd try and think of it a little bit like this. If I was to do a bit of a cross section of a mountain range, we have a couple of mountains here, a tall mountain and then a very low valley or crevasse, and then it comes up like that. If this is point A and this is point B, difference in elevation is simply going to be the height difference between those two, A and B. So you'd find out the height of A minus the height of B, and that'll tell you how much height difference is there between those two locations. Relief is a little bit different. Relief is kind of like if you were actually walking from point A to point B, what would be the highest and lowest point that you would encounter? So in that case, point A and point B, they're going to be your two highest and lowest points between point A and point B. And so the difference in height between those is going to be what it's looking for in the relief. Okay? So to do the questions underneath, where it's asking about first the difference in height and then the relief, again, we're going to use a little topographic map from the previous sheet. And when you're looking for the difference in height between places, first you need to find out what the actual height of each location is. When you're doing the relief, if a question's asking you about relief, as one of the questions is here, for example, C and D, and this one, find the relief between AR 7748 and AR 7544. What that is looking for, 7544 is this location here, and 7748 is in that box there. Whenever it's a relief question, it always makes it a lot easier for yourself if you rule a line between those two places. So it's sort of like saying if I was walking between those two places, what would be the highest point that I would encounter and what would be the lowest point? In this case, if it was asking for the difference in elevation, I know that this point is 47 meters, this point's 28, so I'd just get the answer by doing 47 minus 28. But if it's asking for the relief, if you're walking along that path between the two places, you actually hit sea level, 0 meters. So the lowest point there is no longer 28, it's 0. So the lowest point is 0, the highest point is 47 meters, so it has a local relief in that area of 47 meters. Okay, so two questions that students regularly get mixed up with, but remembering that one asks for difference in height and the other one asks for relief. Have a go at those ones now. When it asks for relief, rule a line between the different places and see if you can get the right answer.